What's going on, y'all? I know y'all like, girl, what? No, for real. I was down here washing clothes as soon as I got home. So I said, let's multitask, girl. Watch the episode and record while you down here, okay? Bad Boys Club LA or Bad Boys LA Season 1, Episode 10. This really ain't gonna be a long review because the episode fell extra flat. Extra fucking flat for me. And mostly because I just saw what I wanted to see. And it's like, do we care about, you know, a Rio being in the house? No. Milan once again wanted to take over, and this episode was about that goddamn video shoot. It's a video shoot and the actual song that they trying to do, and it's like the song is whack. The song is whack because you got some whack people on there. But I'm not being so harsh. I'm sorry if I'm coming off like that. But I'm just gonna give y'all the part that I care about. So Rio, at the end of last week's episode, Rio came up in there. Milan comes sitting down with Rio. They trying to figure out why is he here. Come to find out, of course, he's gonna be the new member. And honestly, when I look back at things and how it went down, I feel as though Jonathan wasn't supposed to be up in the house in the first place. I feel as though they brought Jonathan there. First of all, this is beneath Jonathan, to be honest. This is beneath Jonathan because Jonathan has a career already. And even though I like seeing what I saw in him these past couple of weeks, he didn't need to come on this show and do all this. He really didn't need to come on the show and do all this. I mean, 9 out of 10 for him, it might not affect his business or whatever, his reputation. It actually probably gained him more followers because it made him, you did what you had to do. You proved yourself. And I know some people might say he was being a little bully, but, it was against Milan, and I don't think that it was bullying. It was just putting that motherfucker in his place and showing Milan's true colors. You know what I'm saying? He's a caring ass nigga. That's what he is. So he bring his friend there and basically set that man up to get jumped. And so everybody's trying to figure out, why is he still here? What happened at the fight? Because most of them was drunk as hell or were not there. Darrell said, bitch, he was getting his back blown out, okay? He was having closure, okay, with an ex. So, he did what he had to do, at the party. Somebody showed me a picture and said, remember when Dylan was asking or was talking about the next day that somebody took his shoes from the party? Rio had his shoes on. I said, what the fuck? They sent me the pictures. Rio had his shoes on. But hey, it is what it is. So Rio is there trying to recant everything that happened, or not recant, that means take away. Retell, okay, everything that happened in the fight and how it went down. And basically what it all boils down to, Rio, you should have just shut the fuck up and just said, if you was gonna say something, you should have just said, listen, my bro called me over here, I didn't know nothing that was going on. Next thing you know, this dude coming at my bro, and shit went from there. Clean. We don't know who started it, we don't know who did what, if you would have kept it like that. But your ass sat there and basically said out of your mouth that y'all got to the fight and you started the shit. Okay, you ain't say I started, but you said you hit him first. I went at him, he was putting off his jacket, and I went at him. I said, oh, okay, so you started it. Y'all started talking about the wrong shit, and you started it. You started all fucking fights that happened at that moment, and you got your ass beat each and every time. Okay, so there's that. You talk about what happened the next morning when you was sitting outside. You started that as well. Jonathan, you said, okay, we can fight. You was ready for that fight, and you hit him with the chair first. So it wasn't like, the way Milan was acting as if he was ambushed and all that stuff. Jonathan gave him a heads up. You took a chair to defend yourself in the midst of the fight, because obviously if you got to get a weapon like that, bitch, you was losing, okay? Because at that point the chair becomes a weapon. And so he took that shit from your ass, and he proceeds to beat your ass with it until the chair breaks and cuts your hands up. And that's the reason why he went to the hospital. Mind you, Gutter is me. Why the fuck am I sitting here? I'm not here for everybody else that was just trying to be so intrigued and, you know, they were so welcoming to him. I'm like, this motherfucker came in here and he started a whole bunch of shit. I don't care if it ain't had nothing to do with me, but it's the energy that you already put in the atmosphere, and I've already made my first impression of you. I don't need a second because I'm not finna be your good girlfriend afterwards, you know? So they doing that. Gutter said, listen, bitch. Anthony was giving her so much goddamn liquor, she had to get the fuck up out there. Gutter had to go. You know, mama a little hungover, you know, probably had a little bit of alcohol poisoning. And so at that point, Rio, he did say, I think somebody, I don't know nobody here up in this house. Maybe I was set up because they trying to figure out how did he coincidentally get up in the house, Jonathan, and the gate be open and the security not there. We already know Gutter told him that in the relative, they was like, you can come on over. But even then, who let him in? And at that point, it's like, the way Rio kind of said that shit like he was set up probably by somebody in the house or whatever, I'm sitting here like, and if you were, for what reason? For what reason do you think that it almost came and says he felt that they supposed to have been loyal, or what was your reason for doing this? Bruh, you fucked the whole party up for the most part. You know, you could have fucked it up because they enjoyed the rest of their night or whatever. And I ain't got no loyalty to you because you's a goddamn stranger, so I don't give a fuck what happened to you. So, it is what it is, bruh. Meanwhile, they was like, somebody asked is they gonna call the police or if they gonna press charges or whatever. And okay, if they gonna press charges or whatever. And Rio was like, no, I ain't no cop calling that motherfucker pressing charges type of motherfucker. I don't deal with that type of shit. And here go Milan. I don't do that either. Like, Milan was green like, yeah, no, we not pressing charges. We not pressing charges. And I'm sitting here like, but your ass called the cops. Your bruh sitting here talking about some, I don't call the cops, I don't do this. But yeah, you agreeing with him, but you called the cops twice, okay? You called him on them when he got fucked up in the house. And then you called him on to get the ambulance or whatever, and probably to get a little police report too and all that shit. I said, Milan, shut up. Now, Rio, how are you still friends with this man after the way that he's just been? Like, that man was standing outside the whole time you was getting your ass whooped over him. Over a fucking room. I'm sitting here like, bruh, I wouldn't have came back. And at this point, there wouldn't even be a reason for me to stay or want to stay after that introduction to the house. Talking about some, you know, I had to make an interest. And he said that shit like he was proud. Nigga, your interest was getting your ass whooped multiple times. You proud of that? Child, please. And then, you know, they was like, it was like you just got jumped in. I said, I mean, what? We a gang now? No. You just entered yourself into somebody's beef that you didn't need to. That's what happened. You know, it's this thing called minding our business. Mind our business, bitch, and we will be all right. That's what would have happened to you. Meanwhile, after all the dust is settled and they accept that he's coming into the house, and, you know, they go back to talking about wanting to do this freaking song. I said, girl, don't nobody give a damn about this song, okay? Now they're trying to make it seem like they was actually doing something in the house by, okay, let's be serious and let's really get this song out. And who takes charge? Milan. Bitch boy Milan. So he's talking about the song. Then they want to do a video. So they want to get location. They want to get dancers, girls and guys. And, you know, they get into the studio. And the original producer is there. Engineer, I should say, is there. Moolah feels some type of way about it because of the way that he left the last time. But at the same time, I don't know if he told them. Now, it would have been wrong if he didn't tell them, well, I'm supposed to be out at a certain time, so I'm not going to be here all day. So I can see how they can be pissed off at that. But, bitch, if he ain't supposed to be there and y'all ain't had the shit together, that ain't his fault, okay? But, you know, moving on from that, of course, Milan wants to be the first one to take charge and go back up in the booth. I thought your verse was already done. He wanted to make this shit about him yet again, do some ad-libs, probably switch some shit around, you know, gotta get in the booth, do what he gotta do. Curtis getting the boo. Let me tell you something. Curtis is very much likable now, okay? I'm going to give Curtis a little pass now because I actually kind of like him, and I've seen him hanging out with the other guys, Darrell and them, and he's real cool with them. So I'm going to give him a pass. You know, this is how you evolve. You're supposed to change my opinion of you, or the viewer's opinion of you, from when we first see you, if it was negative, into a positive by the end of the series. And that is what he has done for me. So I'm going to give him a little pass. Okay, maybe I can't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm going to say I stand in what I said previously. But, you know, he has shown and approved, and I like that. Moving on from that, Moolah, you talk so much shit about how you this and you that, and you got up in that damn thing, and your verse was whack as fuck. Okay, baby, it look like somebody hit me in my face. It's the lighting, I swear that it is. Okay, you got natural light coming in, and you got the other light up here, so don't worry about that. But you know, I'm just sitting here like, okay, can we get over this? Then Darrell, Kirion, I think Dylan or somebody else, they went to go talk about Anthony, I believe. They went to go talk about locations for the video. Darrell talking about Kirion and Gutta being together, and you know, since they got this thing going on, and it was like he was, I'm so tired of people coming on here just pushing people to say stuff and to do stuff. And I get where Darrell is coming from, because he's like, if you fucking with Gutta, fuck with him. Let him know, because I don't want him hurt. I don't want, you know, him to get mind fucked. Okay, you should know what that feels like already with the situations that's been going on in your whole life or whatever. And at the same time, it's like, that's none of your business what's going on between Gutta and Kirion, and he ain't gotta say nothing if you don't want to. But I know that Darrell is coming from a good place when he's saying it, and I get it. But at the same time, you know, don't push let them figure it out and let it happen naturally. You know, if they get together, that'd be cute. That'd be cute. If they not, they could just be friends. Everybody don't have to fuck around, you know? So they doing all of that, and they do the auditions for the, well, Natalie and Lyrica came up in that. Lyrica Anderson from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, which is no more. Y'all didn't realize that they canceled that, I heard. The only ones that's coming back is Love and Hip Hop Miami and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I believe. So, they got that going on. Of course, they fake like the song because that shit was trash. But they going to audition for the people to be in the dancing in the video. The first girl comes up. First of all them people extras just so they can be on TV. That's all it is. And I ain't even mad at them, because bitch, you trying to get seen, you get your little 15 seconds or whatever, you do what you gotta do. Okay, you trying to break into the business, and that's what you gotta do, bitch. But when they walked through, why was they clapping like they was real ass celebrities and shit? Oh my God, I said, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay? They said this and sing. I said, oh, okay, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Meanwhile, the first girl get up there, Mackenzie, boo. Okay? Everybody was whack. Except for the two at the end. Well, not the two at the end. The two before the last girls that was actually dancing and shaking ass or whatever. They was okay. They was good or whatever. Then that last girl came up there. Mind you, Gutta gave Mackenzie a 1. Everybody else was trying to take it, you know, make her feel good by giving her a 7, maybe a 6, probably an 8. Gutta said, fuck that shit, bitch. You a 1. Okay, that shit was terrible, you know. But then you get the girl that came at the end, and she was like, they was like, pull your titty out if you want to, because she was acting like that. And I said, bitch, we are not on that show. Okay, so what are you doing? Bitch, get up there as soon as the music drop, pull her dress up, get on top of the table, which is a glass table, start twerking on there, and then getting all up in everybody's face and shit, standing up on there. I was just like, and that was the episode. It did nothing for me. You guys tell me how y'all felt about it. I'll see y'all later. Peace.